Live from the YouTubes. Couple of technical glitches this morning, but we're here. It's 11:28, almost 11:30, Sunday, December 4th, and we are here. We're going to talk movies today. We're going to take your questions. We're going to do all of the fun things that we normally do, and I want to say thank you guys so much for being here right now. Let me move this mic over a little bit. Perfect. Beautiful. What's up, guys? You can see my face now. And hey, I can see your all's faces, at least your profile pictures, in your comments down below. We've got a live from the YouTubes. My favorite YouTuber. Oh, thank you so much. Bonjour, Mr. Burke. Bonjour. Samuel Prayer says, can I really ask you anything? Well, maybe not anything, Sam, but you can always ask me anything, Samuel. Good morning from Kyle. Hello, Austin. I hope all is well. And all of the classic crew joining in today. Thank you guys so much for being here. Lance, we have Lance saying That 70 Show and Friends and Home Improvement are my favorite sitcoms. Oh, classic sitcoms. Man, I haven't watched a good sitcom in a while. And I'll get to your question here in just a second. But I want to say thank you guys so much for being here on this Sunday, another live stream. I promised I would be back always either Sunday or Monday. And thankfully, we were actually in town today. We almost weren't, but we were. And so I'm going to have about 45 minutes with you guys, a little shorter than usual. That's what she said. But we're still going to make it fun. That's also what she said. And so I do want to get to this question, my favorite sitcoms, just off the top of my head. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I grew up with Full House. Absolutely love Full House. A little later than that, the George Lopez Show. Come on. Can't go wrong with the George Lopez Show. And then, of course, Friends. Friends is the easy answer. And I did watch That 70 Show and Home Improvement. My dad was a big fan of Home Improvement. Obviously, it's like the most dad show of all time. But we have some great questions here. I want to be sure to get to those here in just a second. But first, I want to say, if you're here and you're one of the 52 people watching and you want to support this channel, it always takes us a while to get there, but sometimes we make it, sometimes we don't. If you want to drop a like, man, that would be awesome. If you're part of this stream and you want to support it, dropping a like would help so much. But also keep leaving those freaking comments, dude, because we had some great discussions last week. And obviously, if you want to ensure that I see your question, and if you want to help out this channel, super chats, you can see down below, is the best way to do that. We have a hello from London this morning. What's going on, Vic Star 5001? Sean Payton, former New Orleans Saints head coach. Hey, Austin, hope you're doing well. That joke will never get old, even though you have a New York Giants logo. Good morning from Chicago, Illinois. What up, Austin? One of the best YouTubers out there. Some great questions. Hello, Mr. Austin. Are you excited for Avatar 2? Lucy? Well, I don't know if I'm actually supposed to say anything, but I will because I like you guys. I believe I'll have a reaction for Avatar 2 for you on Tuesday. So I got to make sure what the embargo is on the social reactions. But as far as I know, that embargo lifts on Tuesday. So I'll have a reaction for you on Tuesday for the 3-hour-long Avatar 2. Be on the lookout for that. Good afternoon on this cold day. Yes, it is very cold where I'm at. It's probably 30 degrees outside, which I guess isn't the worst. It could be worse. It's been worse this year already. We are waiting for your review of The Whale. Well, guess what I watched last night? I watched The Whale with Brendan Fraser, and I'm going to give you a social reaction on it here in a few days, and then my review has to be held until the week of wide release, so the week of the 23rd. Probably as early as I can on that Monday. I'll have a review for The Whale. But I will just say this right now. For me, Brendan Fraser kind of cemented the status that I thought he would have going into Oscar season. That's all I'll say. And then we'll have a reaction here in a little bit. Michael, what's up, Michael? Basically just woke up. How's your Sunday been so far? It's been great. We have some friends coming over a little later today to watch some fuse ball with us. So that should be great. And my brother's girlfriend coming over as well. So that should be super fun. And, it's been a good weekend. It's been a weekend full of watching movies and watching TV shows. But at the same time, I've been able to spend some time with my wonderful, beautiful wife. Hopefully she's watching so I get brownie points. Samuel Prater says, who here wants Burke's number? I'll sell it to the highest bidder. Starts off at $3,500. Sam, if you can manage $3,500, I will allow you to give out my number at that point, buddy. Listen, whoever wants to give that, just kidding, don't do it. It's not worth it. What are your thoughts on the New York Film Comic Con, or I'm sorry, the New York Festival, whatever it's called, award winners? Yeah, I saw those. I actually got an email telling me all of the different winners. So we have, oh yeah, we had the director of RRR. I believe he won, correct, Best Director at this award ceremony. So that, and I don't want to say it's surprising, like, oh, he didn't deserve it. It's surprising in the way of, this could, and I don't think he's going to get an Oscar nomination for Best Director, but this could start to build some buzz, more so in RRR's favor. And I'm still not out on RRR. I'm not going to put it in my 10 for Best Picture. And I know I promised you guys a video, and that video is on its way. I'm still thinking about a few things, and I had to watch The Whale first. But it's right outside looking in for me. And I think I'm going to give it a higher chance than a lot of people are. So don't count that one out this Oscar season. Good day from, we have another one from Illinois. What's going on? Cold, try living in Scotland. I wish I could afford to go to Scotland. That would be amazing. Hey, Scotland, I've heard nothing but amazing things, and I know it's a beautiful place. So if you do indeed live in Scotland, then oh my God, that's incredible. It's incredible. Let's see here. Did you catch Gangs of London season 2? Not as good as the first, but still top tier TV. No, I never fully finished season 1. I watched a lot of season 1, really enjoyed it. Never fully finished season 1. Just some other things I've been dealing with lately in terms of TV shows and movies, but maybe one day, but I can't assure anything because there's just a lot going on right now. Hey, Austin, what is your theater experience? And we have our first super chat of the day from Sean Payton. What is your best theater experience of 2022? I love this question. It's a great question. I've not been asked yet. For me, it's close between The Batman, Top Gun Maverick, and then just the pure shock of Everything Everywhere All at Once. All three of those movies, for me, gave me top tier theatrical experiences. And I'm so happy I was able to watch them all on the big screen for the first time. So I can't quite choose one. If I had to choose one, I would say Top Gun, because I have like 5 or 6 different experiences with Top Gun, and each one was different because I did one in Cinemark XD, and I did one in Dolby, and I did one in where the seat moves, D-Box. So listen, if I had to choose one, I'm going to choose Top Gun, but I loved the Batman experience, and it was a press screening, except for when the guy stood up and said that movie sucked. I still haven't forgiven that guy. That guy needs to shut his mouth. But Everything Everywhere All at Once was also an amazing theatrical experience because you just don't expect that movie to do what it did. Oh, and somebody brought up another one here. I would also say Nope. Nope is a really, really good theatrical experience. So that's a good one to bring up because I thought obviously the cinematography and everything, but the sound design and the music in Nope, man, that provides for a great theatrical experience. Speaking of RRR, I do wish I would have seen that in the theater for the first time. I watched it on Netflix, but that was still a great experience nonetheless. We got some great questions here. Rate Brendan Fraser's performance in The Whale. I'm going to save that for the review. But again, I think he is firmly in the conversation. But that's all I'm going to say right now. I haven't seen the first one, but I watched Troll, and it was really good. In terms of the first one, I assume you meant Troll Hunter, which they're actually not connected. So you did the right thing. You watched the right movie. Yeah, I've heard some people that really enjoyed the movie. And I thought it was fun. I had a fun time with it. I didn't expect to have as much fun as I did. I have some issues with it, but yeah, it's definitely fun. Need Tulsa King review. Yeah, I may save that. By the time we get our last few episodes, but I did watch the first episode of Tulsa King. Really good so far. Really good. So that's another show, man. There's so many things coming out in the next month. We have Alex Rivers, classic Alex Rivers, always on the channel. Hey, Austin, are you, quick question, your own words. What is your advice for anyone who, of how to explain a movie in a way like you do? Okay, interesting. So for me, I obviously just try to be as honest as possible, but at the same time, factor in all of the things that I've learned across the years. And I don't try to say that as like, oh, I know more than you, because I don't. You all know just as much as I do. But I took a lot of film classes, and I did a lot of things to kind of just learn as much as I could about movies. And so I use all of the things that I learned, and I try to factor all of those things into a review. So when I do a review, I don't just go off of pure emotion, although at the end of the day, it all comes down to how big of an emotional response you had towards the film. I think that's the most important thing. That's why when I do my score, most of the points come from emotion and experience as opposed to just, you know, cinematography and direction, all of those things. A lot of it is emotion. But at the same time, I try to factor in all of the things. So when I explain how I liked a movie, it often takes a lot longer than the person who's asking me wants me to. You know what I mean? Like my friend, he's like, "Hey man, did you like that movie?" And I say to him, "Do you have 20 minutes?" Give me 20 minutes of your time, and I'm going to tell you if I like this movie. And that's how it always ends up. And I know my friends and my peers get annoyed with me, but that's just the way I have to work. That's just the way my brain operates. But yeah, I always try to have notes when I do reviews. I always try to be as precise as possible when I'm describing something. And sometimes movies, they get so confusing. You're just like, I don't know how to put this into words. So it takes a while for me to put something into words. There's a lot that goes into it, Alex. But, at the end of the day, just be as honest, be as genuine as possible when talking about a movie. And don't try to appease people just because you're in a crowd of 9 that liked a movie. You're the 10th person. You didn't like it. Be honest with them. I was at the New York Film Festival and I was talking to a group of about 5 people, and a couple of those people I adore, and some of the others I didn't really know all that well. And they were talking about a movie, how much they hated it. And I chipped in and I said, I loved it. And I got the look. Man. Just like, what is wrong with you? But you have to be honest. I think that's the most important thing. Cold, try living in Canada. I think Puss in Boots will get a nom, though. Yeah. Best animated film. I've seen Puss in Boots. Best animated film. It's going to get a nomination. Now, is it going to beat Pinocchio? I don't think so. But let me tell you, it may give Pinocchio a run for its money. It's really good, folks. Puss in Boots is really good. I couldn't believe it, but it was. G. Kobe P. Last Friday was my birthday. Who are celebrities you share a birthday with? I share mine with Lucy Liu and Britney Spears. You know what? I don't actually know. You guys be my researchers here. My birthday is on July 21st. So if you guys can do some research, tell me who I share a birthday with. And G. Kobe P., we can make that a conversation. Thanks for the super chat, by the way. I've never actually looked at that. Now, I know on my birthday, sometimes I've seen celebrities before that do share a birthday with me, but I don't actually remember one. That's a good question. It's a really good question. No Way Home from I Like Movies. Well, that was actually a 2021 theatrical experience. So I know a lot of people think it's a 2022 movie because it was so late in 2021. But yeah, it's a 2021 theatrical experience. But if we're talking 2021, that and Dune may have been the best too. Jackass Forever. Hey, TJT reviews. That's another one. I enjoyed Jackass Forever. I thought it was hilarious. Come on. Michael in the chat with the super chat. Super hype for the Blue Beetle after the teaser poster. Let me tell you, Michael, I really liked that teaser poster. I did. I thought it was good. I think Blue Beetle could be a win. Genuinely a win for DC. And I'm glad that James Gunn is going for it, releasing the movie. And maybe it doesn't serve the significance that it would have before James Gunn, but I hope it does. And I think it may. So yeah, I'm very hyped for Blue Beetle. It looks good so far from the behind the scenes photos, and the poster is great. Colin, that's another good one. Elvis was a fun theater experience. As many issues as I had with Tom Hanks' character, I think back to watching this movie and I'm like, God, what a great experience it was watching Austin Butler just take command of this role. And the concert scenes were incredible. And I watched it in Nashville, Tennessee. So, it wasn't Memphis, obviously, but Nashville, I got that people love Elvis here. And there was actually a relative of Elvis in the crowd. So I had a great experience while watching that. Michael says, I disagree with Nope. I think it's Jordan Peele's weakest. I would probably put it above, obviously Get Out is number 1, but I'd say I'd put it second. But it's close. It's very, very close for me. A close second. 1923 is coming. I can't wait. Yeah, Victor, I think I've made plans to review that one. It looks really good. So yeah, I might actually review that. Maybe not at the beginning, but kind of all the way through. Heidi with the middle finger emoji. Let's give Heidi praise for the for the middle finger emoji. Thank you, Heidi, for that. Goodbye, Heidi. Heidi is gone. Let's see here. G. Kobe P. I said a super chat. G. Kobe P. I think I got you recently. Yeah. Sorry, I'm making my way down to everybody. AJ Taylor says, "Hey there, Austin had a Friday night trio of The Empty Man." Okay. 310 to Yuma and Tar. Tar is the best film of 2022, hands down, and Kate Blanchett equals Oscar. I may be with you on the Kate Blanchett equals Oscar comment. She is great in that movie. Excuse me. Now, Danielle Deadweiler from Till. We can't overlook that performance, and obviously Michelle Yeoh from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Those two performances are going to be in the conversation, rightfully so, as they should. But right now, I think Kate Blanchett is ever so slightly number one, ever so slightly. Let's see. The new Indiana Jones trailer looks ridiculous. Why not cast a new actor and reboot the franchise? That's an interesting take, CJ. I actually think it looks good, but I know that James Mangold is a great director, and I have a really good feeling that he's going to knock this one out of the park. The guy has just consistently provided great content over the years, and he's the type of director that I'm going to get behind no matter what. So I'm looking forward to it. The trailer was pretty good. I like the trailer. Nothing outstanding so far, but yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Gabriel says, will you be watching Alice in Borderland Season 2? Season 2. Yes, I will. I really enjoyed Season 1. I'm going to be reviewing Season 2, hopefully as soon as possible. And I did request a screener for Season 2, or I'm going to request a screener for Season 2. So hopefully I'll have that sooner rather than later. By the way, guys, we have 86 people here right now. 86 people. And we have half of the likes, literally 43 likes. So if you guys want to drop a like down below, that would be absolutely outstanding. It would help out this channel. It really would. And obviously, we've got the super chat banner. Here's the click, like, and subscribe banner, classic YouTube. And if you guys use Streamlabs, if you guys want to use that as a route to ask a question, you can do that as well. I always forget to tell you all about Streamlabs in these videos. But the best way to help is clicking like and subscribe. We have is Puss in Boots quality close to the quality of the first two Shrek films? I know it has to be better than 3 and 4 in the first Puss in Boots film, and it is. It absolutely is. I think it's very close to the quality of the first two Shrek films. It's different, not as reliant on humor. You know, obviously not as maybe not as adult as the first two Shrek films, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean this story is a story that kids can watch, and you know you're not going to have those jokes every now and then. But the animation is gorgeous. The story was interesting, and I thought the character arc of Puss in Boots was great. I mean, really, really great. So yeah, I definitely say close to the quality of the first two Shrek movies. I share a birthday with Robin Williams. Unbelievable. I actually think I knew that. I think that's the one that I was talking about. But dude, that's freaking awesome. That's awesome. And Josh Hartnett. That's cool. And MZT. I share a birthday with MZT. Dude, that is crazy. Look, Robin Williams is one of my favorite actors of all time. So that is so cool. Hemingway and Juno Temple. Yeah, I think I knew that too. But the Robin Williams one, boy, that's special. That's really special. I loved my Glass Onion experience. That's super cool. That was a good experience for me. Not a great experience, not outstanding, but I enjoyed it. My birthday from Michael was on the 30th of November. Happy late birthday, Michael. Happy late birthday. And shockingly, I share my birthday with David Howard Thornton, a.k.a. Art the Clown. Well, you need to call him and wish him happy birthday and ask if he'll come to your birthday dressed as Art the Clown. No, that's really cool. Happy late birthday, Michael. Hope you had an amazing one. We're getting close to my wife's birthday. My wife's birthday is on the 30th of December. So you know what I do as a good husband? Here's what I do. I give her a birthday gift. I give her a Christmas gift. I give her an anniversary gift. I give her a New Year's Day gift. And I say, here's one gift. No, it's all one. It's not different ones. It's one gift. Do what you will with it. Because that's what a good husband does. No, I'm just kidding. I get her one for each, but I always joke with her. I'm just getting you one gift this year because there's so many things we have to celebrate. And you're only getting one. Daggone it. Thoughts on Collateral? It's Tom Cruise's best performance, in my opinion. It's a great performance. I still think my favorite Tom Cruise performance is Magnolia. He knocks it out of the park in Magnolia. But I think Collateral is a great movie. Really great movie. Guys, we went from 43 to 59 likes. So thank you guys. Everybody who liked this stream just now, thank you guys so much. It means a lot. Across the Spider-Verse looks amazing. I completely agree. Tom, this is one of those movies that I just can't not be hyped about every time I see a piece of promotional material, a trailer, a teaser. It doesn't matter. I am so excited for Spider-Verse, man. So excited. I was so bummed when it got pushed this year. Avatar 2 comes out in 2 weeks, guys. Again, Matt, I'm excited to see what this movie is. I will hopefully have something for you all on Tuesday, a little reaction, if you will. So if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe to get that Avatar 2 reaction, and a reaction to The Whale, and a reaction to Babylon. All 3 of those reactions coming this week. My Babylon review is the 16th, I believe. And my Avatar review is the 13th. So Avatar, then Babylon, and then my review for The Whale will be, I believe, around the 21st of December. But all 3 reactions coming this week. So if you don't have my notifications on, that may be a good way to get them. But stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. But those reactions will actually be on Instagram and TikTok first. So if you don't follow me on the Instas and the TikToks, Insta is at the Burkenator, as well as Twitter. TikTok, Austin Loves Movies. I'm going to put my reaction out 24 hours before. So everybody who's on those sites, y'all going to get it beforehand, before anybody on YouTube. Birthday is on the 9th. The Whale, Empire of Light, Emancipation. Going to be a good day. Oh, CJ. Going to be a good little triple feature there. You're going to have The Whale, which is, I believe, limited release, so I assume you're close to where it's going to be limited. Empire of Light, which is limited, and Emancipation, which I will have a review for Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. I'm going to have a review for Emancipation on Tuesday. So, God, guys, what a good time of the year we're in. What a good time of the year. I still remember getting some hate for putting Forever After, for putting Forever After below Shrek the Third on that DreamWorks tier list. Hey, oh boy, G. Colby P. I got some hate on that. Okay, people defend Shrek Forever After. I mean, they were defending it to the death. But just not a fan. Maybe I need to watch it again. Maybe that'll open my eyes. Not a fan. Hello, Austin. Hello. What's going on? Thanks for being here. You didn't think John deserved an Oscar for The Fan. You didn't think John deserved an Oscar for The Fan. CJ, I'm not entirely sure what you're referring to. The Fanatic. There you go. CJ. See, I got you. I scrolled down. Oh boy. Oh boy. John, I assume you mean John Travolta. Oh boy, CJ. Listen, glorious, brilliant movie. Top notch. This is cinema at its finest. You guys know that Marmaduke is at the top of my 2022 list, and The Fanatic is alongside that as 2 of the greatest films to ever exist, ever. If you could direct an adaptation of any IP, what would that be? God, what a question. I wouldn't want to touch Marvel or DC. I wouldn't want to touch Star Wars. I think those are all too... Let's go Flash Gordon. Flash. Oh, man, let's go Flash Gordon. I think that is deserving. And I know we got a little... Wasn't Julius Avery supposed to bring us a new Flash Gordon movie, right? I think it was Julius Avery, the director of the zombie this movie that came out a couple of years ago. And I haven't heard anything since, but I think Flash Gordon is primed for a new movie, a new modern interpretation with amazing visual effects and bringing us that glorious sci-fi goodness. I would love to do Flash Gordon or something in the Tron universe. I've always found a lot of interest in Tron. I mean, those aren't my favorite movies ever, but in terms of like what I would do with the Tron movie, I think it would be glorious. So yeah, those are the 2 that I would choose. Random, but that's the 2 on my mind. G. Colby P. What most overrated movie of 2022 for me? Nope. Great ideas. didn't fully come together, an incoherent story. Not much character development. Oh, gee, Kobe P, I think I disagree with you on that one. But mine would be, boy, well, you know what it's time to do. It's time to go to Letterboxd and go to my 5s and 6s and see what we got cooking over there. So I have one that comes to mind, but there may be more than a few. Remember, when you do overrated, you have to factor in what users thought, what the general audience thought, but at the same time, what expectations were behind the film. So let's see here. I'm in my 5s. I think 3,000 Years of Longing is in the conversation. Not because it's regarded as one of the absolute best movies of 2022, but it's just where my expectations were. And the fact that some people really, really enjoyed 3,000 Years of Longing, I would say that one's pretty overhyped. And then, good Letterboxd score, good IMDb score. I think it's got a pretty good Rotten Tomatoes score. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but Crimes of the Future, which shocks me that I didn't love it. David Cronenberg. I think the movie is ridiculously overdone. There's a lot to this film that Cronenberg tried to flesh out that never quite worked at the end of the movie. And you can go watch my review for my full thoughts on it. But there's so much in this film that didn't come together to make it what I think some people are saying it is. And that is like this sci-fi spectacle. For me, it was a little boring, a little slow. I didn't respond to some of the things that they did with certain characters, and I didn't really receive the message that it was trying to send. So Crimes of the Future and 3,000 Years of Longing for me, and they're not regarded as the best movies of the year, I understand that, but for me, I just think they're both not good. I'm not going to say terrible, but they're not good. So those are kind of my most overrated movies. Ooh, I like conflict. Gotti Sweep. Yeah, Gotti. One of the greatest movies ever. Feeling the Woman King for SAG Ensemble. Yeah, listen, Esteban, I don't hate that. I think the Woman King, the cast is incredible, and it's got to receive something, right? You have to give the Woman King something this Oscar season. So yeah, I'm feeling SAG Ensemble, at least a nomination. Yeah, I like that. We've got I thought Waititi was doing an animated Flash Gordon. I've not heard anything about that either since they announced it. So I don't know if these projects are still in the works with Flash Gordon. But let me tell you, I think Flash Gordon will be so much fun in the modern age. And the old movie's good too, but I think it would be really fun in the modern age. Who is your Spotify Wrapped top artist? Funny enough, I don't really use Spotify all that much. I don't really listen to music all that much. I watch movies and listen to musical scores from movies. So I have a problem. Hooplehead Entertainment. Most overrated is Bullet Train. I wouldn't say Bullet Train's overrated because it wasn't rated very high. Critics didn't even give it a fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. So if anything, it's just rated. Yeah, I mean, maybe if you're talking Letterboxd, because Letterboxd really loved it, but critics didn't love Bullet Train. So in that way, I wouldn't say it's overrated. I think Bullet Train is massively underrated. I think it deserved a high fresh on Rotten Tomato, and I think it's a great film. It'll be in my top 25 of the year. Do you watch What We Do in the Shadows? Very funny. I watched season 1 and season 2. Very, very funny show. Haven't caught it since, but very, very funny. I really enjoyed what I've seen. Honestly, I feel like Puss in Boots 2 is pretty dark in some areas. I agree, Toon Talks. I agree. There were some really dark moments and some very adult moments. Again, not as adult as Shrek 1 and 2, though. I still think it's a movie that's kind of built for the family audience. I'm so proud that you put Marmaduke number 1 in your Letterboxd. Listen, you have to do what the people deserve. And the people deserve to know, movies and music, that Marmaduke is the greatest movie of the year. I will stand by that until probably 2 weeks from now. Jurassic World Dominion was the most disappointing for me. Yeah, listen, that's a great one. I was so disappointed in Jurassic World Dominion, so that's a great one to include. Are you excited for Avatar 2? I'm excited to go see it here in a couple of days. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm interested. We'll see what happens with it. Worst so far was Nope. Let down and pretentious. Ooh, that hurts me. That hurts me. Black Adam or BVS? BVS Ultimate Cut, Black Adam, BVS. That's my order. Everything Everywhere was overhyped. Oh, Chris, you're speaking to the wrong person, but I get it. Remake Big Trouble in Little China. that would be those classic 80s action movies. That would be interesting. Let's see here. Have you seen Rings of Power? I did. I have a review for the first few episodes on this channel. Tar dominating Golden Globes noms. Tar's going to do very well. I see director. I see blank check. I see the movie, obviously, with Golden Globes. Boy, it's going to be good. Kali Wally, this is the first time I've seen you, man. I don't know if you've left another. Oh, here we go. The Cursed, or Thor: Love and Thunder, were easily the most disappointing films of the year so far. Yeah, The Cursed is one that I expected to be a lot better than it was, but I actually saw The Cursed way back in the Sundance days. And that may not have even been this year. Yeah, no, it was this year. But I saw The Cursed at Sundance. So I didn't have a lot of hype for it, but yeah, I expected it to be better. Villeneuve's Gone Girl or Fincher's Prisoners. I'm stumped. Considering I love Prisoners more, I would rather see Villeneuve's Gone Girl because I don't want to see another version of Prisoners because I think Prisoners is like almost a perfect film for what it's trying to do. I mean, genuinely almost a perfect film. So you couldn't ask for much more from Prisoners. You really couldn't. By the way, guys, we're at 71 likes. If we can get to 100 before the end of the day, boy, I would be super happy. Also, to everybody who sent a super chat today, thank you, guys. Let me know if I miss one. I always like to try to get that point across. I don't mean to miss super chat. So if I miss a super chat, please chat. Let me know. And I'm slowly making my way down to these questions. We have about, we can go a little bit longer, right? I said I would cut it short today, but we're getting some great questions here. Any hopes for RRR and Oscars? I have hopes. I have hopes that it could get a couple of technical noms, you know. I don't think Best Picture is out of the realm of possibility at this point. I know a lot of people are counting it out. I'm not counting it out. I think it does indeed warrant some Oscar nominations. Don't think it gets Best Picture, but again, I'm not going to say no. Have you seen After Sun yet? Yes. I've got to put my review out there. I thought it was a beautiful film. I may have expected me to like it a little more than I did. I loved it. I thought it was great. I was hoping, I'm like, ooh, this could be top 5, top 10 of the year. You know, I was hoping. It's not top 5, probably not top 10. It's in that top 20. So it's a great film, but I think my expectations were so high for After Sun, I was a tiny bit disappointed, but still a great movie. I mean, that one resonated 2 or 3 days after I watched it. Very, very good movie. Tar was boring. Oh, hurt me, man. Hurt me. Listen, Tar's not going to be for everyone. Absolutely not. But in terms of a character study, it's one of the most interesting character studies I've watched in years. Hey, Austin, which is your most watched comedy movie that never fails to make you laugh? For me, it's between. Oh, these are some good ones. Ace Ventura, Anchorman, Airplane, Top Secret. I've not seen Top Secret. That's interesting. And Robin Hood Men in Tights. Oh, my God. So for me, you look at some modern films. I've actually watched Game Night a lot. It's not in my top watch, but I've watched Game Night a lot. Going back further, 21 and 22 Jump Street, Anchorman, Talladega Nights, Step Brothers. Those are all, I've watched them so many times. Your classic 80s and 90s comedies, your Adam Sandler's, Happy Gilmore. That's a movie that I've watched countless times. Waterboy, Jim Carrey, Ace Ventura. I was a huge Ace Ventura guy growing up. Massive. Like, I dressed up like Ace Ventura when I was like 13 years old. So I was such a big, alrighty then, Ace Ventura guy, and I know every word to that second movie, crazy enough. I know a lot of people hold the first movie higher than the second movie, and I do, but I watched the second movie a lot. So those 2 movies, I've probably watched more than any other Jim Carrey comedy, but you've also got your Dumb and Dumbers, The Mask. I just love Jim Carrey. I think he's an outstanding actor, doesn't get enough credit. Even now, doesn't get enough credit. Let's see. Choose one. Daniel Day-Lewis in There Will Be Blood or Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight. Oh, my God. Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight, he was only in it for about 20 minutes, right? One of the greatest supporting performances I've ever seen. Daniel Day-Lewis is There Will Be Blood, followed very closely by Paul Dano. He is that movie. So if I had to choose one, I would say DDL at number one. But my favorite performance out of the two is Heath Ledger. I just think he's outstanding. But again, 20 minutes of screen time compared to how long is There Will Be Blood? 2 hours and 35 minutes. I mean, they're very hard to make a comparison, but it's a great question. Sarath, USA is out of the World Cup. Sarath, I think you've told me that 4 times now. On Twitter, on Letterboxd, and now on YouTube. I know. I didn't actually watch the last game. I did watch where we faced Iran. Now that was pretty fun. I mean, listen, I don't really get into the sport, but that was actually a pretty fun game. I'm glad I watched. Didn't watch the Netherlands game because I heard we were massive underdogs, and again, I'm not the biggest fan of the sport, so I didn't watch. But yeah, that was unfortunate. I was rooting for him after that Iran game. I really was. Let's see. Haven't seen Tar yet, but it gives me Whiplash vibes. You know, Geek Truth 64, it gave me Whiplash vibes, but it's a very different film. Very different. But the trailer gave me Whiplash, like really gave me Whiplash vibes, but a very different movie. Opinion on Fight Club. Its themes and messages are pretty relevant now. I could see what you mean there. You can absolutely see what you mean there. Austin, when will you update your favorite movies video? Sooner rather than later. I had somebody ask if I was going to do that. It might be a good January video, because January is a slower month. Might be a good January video. I'm with you on After Sun, Austin. I thought I would have loved it more. It's a film that you vibe with, and if you don't, you really don't. Deserves all the praise. Wells deserves all the praise. Oh, God, yeah, absolutely. And it's not that I didn't vibe with it, Michael. It's more so, I just expected Come On, Come On. Not the movie Come On, Come On, but my love for Come On, Come On. And I didn't get that. But again, it's a beautiful movie. Beautiful movie. What do you think of the whole Chris Pratt hate? Not just him being Mario and Garfield, but also his personal life. I really think the hate is unwarranted, though. I hope his Mario voices will grow on me. Yeah, the Mario voice has to grow on me, man. I thought there were some good lines in there, the wahoo and the couple of things that I gotta grow on the voice. But Chris Pratt, I don't understand why he gets the hate he does. I think it's people just looking for something. I really do. It's people just looking for something, and people are going to look for things, and they're going to find things, and they're going to complain, and they're going to whine, and they do, but yeah, I mean, there's one thing that happened that I didn't love with Chris Pratt. I think it was involving, I think it was his son or daughter or something like that. So I didn't love that. I thought that was a little like, but everything else, just God, Jesus. What's your biggest hot take? Marmaduke is the greatest movie of all time. Yeah, no, it's boy. I don't like The Mist. I've always said I don't like The Mist. People get on to me for that. I think The Mist is a bad movie. I think it's bad. I didn't like the Suspiria remake. God, people gave me so much grief for that. And I love the director. I love the cast. I think everything about it's good, but the movie, I didn't like it. Sorry. Those are probably the ones I've gotten the most grief over. And obviously some of my MCU takes, the fact that I get paid for Disney by Disney and stuff like that. So that's always fun. People say I get paid. Do I get paid? You'll never know. I'm not revealing my secrets. Some people right now are like, oh my God, he actually gets paid. Oh my God. Please, I hope you think that. I want you to think that if you actually think that. Most of you don't. Most of you are smart. My biggest hot take is Halloween Ends deserves more credit than hate. Ooh, that's a hot take. I didn't like Halloween Ends. No, me no likey. But some people did. I get it. I completely get it. Kali Wally, going to see RRR today. Enjoy it, my friend. What a fun theatrical experience. Enjoy it. Last of Us, a little over a month. I'm hyped. Looks like it will be amazing. Austin looks great. Love the trailer. I always have trouble getting HBO screeners, so I don't know if I'll bring an early review for you guys. For some reason, they don't like me. But yeah, it looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. Okay, is Apple TV worth it? I already have other streaming services, so I just want to be sure before I spend more money. I think so. I mean, just this year, we've gotten some great. I mean, the Taron Egerton show was really great. We have Emancipation coming up. The former Best Picture is on Apple TV Plus. Coda is a beautiful movie, some great shows. So I think Apple TV Plus is worth it. I fell asleep during the Suspiria remake. Right there with you. I didn't fall asleep, but I'm right there with you. Will you be reacting to the Indiana Jones 5 trailer? No, I was out when it came out, and I had to run back for the Guardians trailer. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't do a reaction, and I've already watched it, so there's no point to do a reaction now, because then I'd be lying to you guys. I'd be sitting here like, oh my God, I've already seen this. So I'm not going to do that. Let's see. Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers? Michael Myers for me. I'm a Halloween guy at heart. I grew up with the Halloween films. Even the bad ones to me are entertaining. They're not good, but they're entertaining. But the first one is classic. It's great. I even liked the first Halloween, the newest Halloween movie in the same universe. I didn't hate the remake either. I know a lot of people give the remake grief. I didn't hate the remake. So for me, it's Michael Myers. I've always been a Halloween nut, an actual nut. So, by the way, guys, we've got more people here now. I got to do my every 20-minute spiel. If you're here and you want to ask me a question, the best way to do that is super chats. But also, if you want to hit that like button, man, the goal on all of these live streams is 100 subscribers. So if we can do that, if we can, or 100 likes and more than 100 subscribers. But if we can do that, that would be fantastic. And keep asking questions, man. We're going to go about 10 more minutes, and I'm going to try to answer as many as I possibly can. Thank you guys for being here. By the way, an update, since we have a lot of people here. This next week, I'll have a reaction for Avatar 2. I'll have a reaction for The Whale. I'll have a reaction for Babylon. All three of those movies. And then the reviews will be spread out over the next couple of weeks, but I'll have those quickly as possible. And then it's time for the top 10 of the year. I have chills thinking of that's always my favorite video of the year. I do my top 15 outside of the top 10. So 20, 25 through 11. And then I do 10 through 1. Those two videos, the best of the year. So, God, I can't wait for that. I love December. I love December. Let's see. Rank my top 3 comedies of all time. Young Frankenstein, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and Super Troopers. Mike, not just for funny power, but rewatchability. Monty Python, boy. Monty Python 1. This becomes more difficult, Mike. Based off of how many times I've rewatched these movies, I'm going Monty Python, Super Troopers, Young Frankenstein. Young Frankenstein's a great film. It's not one that I revisit all that often. I haven't revisited it in probably 10 years. Really funny, though. But Super Troopers is hilarious. Monty Python is like one of the goats, one of the comedy goats. So that's my number 1. Absolutely. I respect your opinion. Thank you. Thank you. Not many people do. Thank you. Austin, choose one. Heath Ledger as the Joker. Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. Heath Ledger is the Joker. Willem Dafoe is amazing. One of the best MCU villains. It's got to be Heath Ledger. I teared up during the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer. I see it joining the $1 billion club. You know, I don't know if it gets $1 billion, but it's going to get close, man. That is going to be a sad movie. That is going to break some hearts and some souls. My goodness, I can't wait. Are you watching from Ronan with the super chat? Thanks, Ronan, for the support. Are you watching the White Lotus Season 2 penultimate episode tonight? I think I'm 3 episodes behind, Ronan. 3 episodes behind. I was watching it for a while. Last couple weeks, I've been caught up in things, but really good season so far. Loving the cast. Really loving the performances. I see some Emmy nominations for this season. So hopefully full thoughts when we get that final episode. Hopefully I can catch up in time. We'll see what happens. Hello, Austin. Are there any films you're looking forward to in 2023? Joel. What's up, Joel? What's going on, Joel, man? Joel from college. What's up, man? It's been a long time since I've heard from you. Thanks for being here, pal. Any films I'm looking forward to in 2023? It's the big 3, right? Denis Villeneuve's Dune 2. Martin Scorsese's, boy, can't even think of the name right now. Martin Scorsese's new movie. I'm blanking. And then, obviously, Oppenheimer. Listen, those are the big 3. Those are the ones that I am just hyped out of my mind about. And I'm sure there are other films in the conversation, right? You've got Across the Spider-Verse, which was maybe my number one most anticipated for this year, number one or two. Spider-Verse was a movie that meant so much to me. So the fact that we're getting a sequel and the fact that we're getting a sequel and a part two to that sequel hypes me like crazy. So I think those are the four movies that are going to be in my top four most anticipated. Now, the order, uh, boy, I mean, how do I not get super excited for Dune 2 because of Dune 1? How do I not get excited for Killers of the Flower Moon? Oh, that's the name. Yeah, there it is. Because of Scorsese's track record and Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro. My God, the cast is going to be amazing. And then obviously Christopher Nolan, one of the most stacked casts you'll ever see in Oppenheimer. So those three, but then you have this little animated movie and it's like, oh, it's not just, no. Spider-Verse is a force to be reckoned with, right? So I think Across the Spider-Verse could be one of the more special experiences of 2023. So how do I not put that at the top of my list? Guys, I can't fathom what we're going to get next year. And hopefully you guys are along for the ride because, oh boy, it's going to be a ride. It's going to be an amazing ride. Have you seen Source Code featuring Jake Gyllenhaal? And would you recommend it for movie night? Yes. Really good movie. Really good movie. Not one that comes up often in conversation, but man, it's a little trippy. The plot's rock solid. There's a lot going on, but it's good. Yeah, I would say a big recommendation for movie night. Big recommendation. Guardians 3 and G. Colby P with the big super chat. Thank you, G. Colby P, for the support. Anybody who supports this channel means a lot. I mean, and just know that your money's always going back into the channel. It's not for me to go. Maybe it's for me to buy a pop figure too, but no, it's always going back into the channel. So thank you. Guardians 3 is my most anticipated movie of 2023. The Guardians are my favorite MCU characters. Volume 1 was my first MCU movie I saw in theaters, and I love the second one. This movie is going to break me. And listen, Guardians 3 is going to be in the top 3 or the top 10 of my most anticipated of 2023. You can bank on it right now. It'll be in my top 10. Looks wonderful. It's my most hyped MCU movie of next year, and maybe one of my most hyped MCU movies after that trailer, because the trailer was great. And, Guardians 1 means a lot to me. Now, Guardians 2 I don't love as much, but I still really enjoy Guardians 2. So, boy, oh boy, I can't wait to see what they do with this. Now, guys, I told you I'd be wrapping up in about 45 minutes. We've passed that. We're at the 48-minute mark. Let's get a couple more questions here out of the way. If I do have any super chats, I will make time for those. So just know that you're not sending me a super chat for nothing. But let's answer a couple more questions here because I do have to go get ready for company coming over. I actually have friends. Shocker. I know. I'm tired of everybody calling Winter Soldier overrated. If 95% of people's call a movie overrated, it's not overrated. Yeah, there are a lot of movies like that, Albert. People are like, oh, that's overrated. And I'm like, but everybody says that. Now, I don't think Winter Soldier is one of those films, so I do disagree with you there, but I know what you mean. Elemental from Pixar is my most anticipated of 2023. Kelly, that's in the conversation too. Now, it's not going to be in my top 4, but that second tier, that Guardians 2 tier, yeah, it looks great. I'm shocked at Black Panther's box office. I was expecting more. I was maybe expecting a little more call-in internationally. I think US-wise, it's doing pretty well. It's doing about what I expected. It wasn't going to reach the heights of the first, and there's still that percentage of people that just don't show up to movies in theaters unless it's Top Gun Maverick. So, but yeah, maybe I expected a little more. I think I'm kind of with you there. Which do you think is better, My Hero or Demon Slayer? Well, I've seen way more of Demon Slayer, Kali Wally. My Hero, I've only seen bits and pieces. Season 1, obviously, but beyond that, bits and pieces. So I have to go Demon Slayer. I've seen everything there is to see about Demon Slayer. I think it's an amazing show. It's not a show that I focus on this channel, but sometimes you have to have those that you just watch, enjoy. You don't have to worry about reviews for. So maybe one of these days, and I think I did the Demon Slayer movie, which was great, right? But I would put Demon Slayer above My Hero. But I've got to watch more My Hero. That's my fault for not watching as much. Rank. Whew. Boy. This is tough. Goodfellas, The Godfather 2. This is going to cause some controversy, but for me, and I'm not saying Goodfellas is the best movie on a technical level, but I would say Goodfellas 1, Godfather 2, 2, Godfather 1, 3. I've always been a guy that puts Godfather 2 above Godfather 1. I think the story it resonates with me a bit better. I think the performances, they take it up a level, and I just like what we're exploring in that movie a bit more. Both masterpieces. Goodfellas for me, though, comes out on top because Goodfellas is one of those, it's like from top to bottom, it's entertaining. You don't stop getting, riveted by these characters, by the world that Scorsese has created. The cinematography is top notch. The score is top notch. The character study is top notch. And everything about the movie. Now you have Ray Liotta, and you think about Ray Liotta, you get sad. So it's like, man, it's got everything. Goodfellas, my number one out of those three. Okay. Couple more super chats here, guys. And I know I said I'll take as many as I can. And I think we've ran out of time. So I'm just going to focus on super chats now and maybe do a couple of chats here at the end. So we got G. Colby P. What are two actors you'd love to see work together? I'd love to see Ryan Reynolds and Margot Robbie do an action comedy or even a drama. I love that. Oh, I love that. That's great. That's really great. Boy, two actors I'd love to see work together. Have we seen Jake Gyllenhaal and Florence Pugh together? Have we seen that? I don't think we've seen it. I want to see that. Boy, I think that would be amazing. Have we seen Leo and Robert Downey Jr.? Have we seen that combo? I think that would be amazing. And then who else? We got to do one more here. Let's go. Boy, well, they had it. They had it. I think they stopped it, but Michael B. Jordan and no, they've already worked together. I need one with Michael B. Jordan. Who would be a good pairing with Michael B. Jordan? Let's go Michael B. Jordan and Jake Gyllenhaal because I don't think they've worked together yet. And I know I'm reusing Jake Gyllenhaal. But man, some of these actor pairings we've not got in Hollywood. What are we doing? Let's get some good ones here. Come on. We've got who do you think is the most wasted character in terms of potential in the MCU? I think Ronan was a little wasted. Ronan should have been more powerful than he actually was. That's a character I always thought deserved more. And then Whiplash. Iron Man 2. Whiplash is a great villain in the comics and just kind of there, one really amazing scene, and then after that, nothing. So, and I always would have said the Mandarin, but obviously now we have that with Shang-Chi. What are our Steelers' chances against the Falcons today? Also, treat the puppies with a treat. Oh, thank you, Noah. We were just talking, my wife and I. What are we getting Buddy and Minnie for Christmas? And if you guys don't know who Buddy and Minnie is, let's see if I have a picture on here already. I do! In their Halloween costumes. There they are. The sweetest. What are we getting them for Christmas? We're thinking about new collars with their first letter on it, but obviously a plethora of treats because they love treats. Minnie is insane when it comes to treats. So we will definitely do that. Thank you, Noah. Just watched Triangle of Sadness. What a ride. I enjoyed Triangle of Sadness, Esteban. I haven't given my full thoughts on it yet. I was a little disappointed, and I might be in the minority there. Good movie, a little disappointed. So I think that may be one of my hot takes. And that could have been my disappointing movies that we talked about earlier. Classic cinema fan thoughts on The Sopranos. Great movie. By the way, I've got to go, or great TV show. I got to go back to Noah's question because I never answered it. Great television show. Listen, The Sopranos is one of those that will stick with you long after you see it. And I know a lot of people were really disappointed in the way that The Sopranos ended. I get that. I understand that completely. But it is a series that means a lot to a lot of people. The performances are all immaculate. The storylines are great. Each character gets their due. Yes, the ending wasn't the best, but it's actually gotten a little bit better the more you think about the way that it ends. I'm not saying it's a really good ending, but The Sopranos is top-tier television. Probably in my top 20 of all time. What are our Steelers' chances against the Falcons today? At this point, I know the playoff chances are low. I just want Kenny to keep getting better. He was ranked as the third highest quarterback last week. Looked really good. I mean, genuinely looked really good. Had a bad third quarter, but again, the scheming and the play calling is garbage. I hate our offensive coordinator. Not the person. I hate the play calling. I think Canada is a pretty good dude, but I hate the way that he performs. So, I just want the offense to keep getting better. I want TJ to be healthy. He was questionable coming into today. I actually don't even know if he's playing or not. TJ, get healthy. When you're on the field, you're the best player in football. I just want them to keep improving. because I do think we have a pretty good chance over the next couple of years. If we draft some O-linemen, get a new offensive coordinator in there, I like our chances. I really do. It's one of those things. I've never had to experience a losing year before with the Steelers. They've always won. So this is weird for me. Don't like it. I don't like it. Thanks for the question. Both of you guys, thanks for the question. Definitely check out more of My Hero Academia, in my opinion. It's the story that's sky high. You're not the only person that's ever said that, Kali Wally. My friend compared it to Sky High when he was telling me about it. And then I watched season 1. I'm like, yeah, I could definitely see that, right? I didn't fully get that from season 1, but I could definitely see what they're going for and what Sky High went for. And yeah, Kali Wally, I need to watch more of it. My friend, and it's actually the one coming over to the house today, massive anime fan. He has watched every bit of My Hero. He's watched every bit of Naruto. He's watched every bit of every anime. And he's had nothing but great things to say about it. So I'm very interested to go and check this out one of these days, man. Which is what I did for Demon Slayer. I heard great things, checked it out, absolutely loved it. But season 1 was great. Lost in the Real. So disappointed in Triangle of Sadness. What is your most overrated film of the year? Lost in the Real is here. By the way, profile picture, amazing. Love it. Listen, I mentioned earlier overrated films of the year, Lost in the Real, and we came up with a couple. Crimes of the Future was one that I thought was, again, not massively overrated, but overrated because I didn't love it as much as a lot of critics did. 3,000 Years of Longing. That didn't work for me. It just didn't work. It just wasn't good. And I was so disappointed because it was George Miller. And then, so Lost in the Real, and I watched your review, and I think you gave it 2 stars. I liked it more than that. So I liked Triangle of Sadness. I don't think it's a bad movie. I see what it's going for, and I like what it's going for, but it's the way that it went for it that didn't fully resonate with me. And then it just kind of, obviously at the end when the thing happens and they're all in a different location, and I'm not going to say much more than that. Oh boy, hang on, Lost in the Real. We got some spammy spam. Got to block the spammy spam. Nobody touch the spammy spam. Nobody touch them. With all the emojis and the bad words. Don't look at the words, kids. These people, where do they come from? Seriously, where do they come from? Other than their mother. Let's see. But yeah, I think the presentation wasn't fully what I expected it to be. And there were some moments that didn't quite suck me in. So Lost in the Real, while I don't agree with your actual, I know you didn't like the movie at all, and I don't agree with that. I respect it. I don't agree with it, but I do agree with the disappointment level in the movie because, I'm hearing Best Picture nominee. And I watched Triangle of Sadness, and I'm like, I don't see a Best Picture nominee in. I just don't. So I might be on my own island there, Lost in the Real, but I think you're there with me, and you're even further down that island. I know you didn't enjoy the movie, but wonderful review as always. I love watching your reviews. So I'm glad somebody at least agrees with me that it wasn't what it could have and maybe should have been. Who is the weakest Marvel actor between Robert Downey Jr., Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Charlie Cox, and Oscar Isaac? Weakest actor in Marvel? Boy. Right now, I mean, it's hard to say Oscar Isaac because the performance was outstanding as Moon Knight. But it would be between Charlie Cox and Oscar Isaac. We're talking just Marvel, not as an actor. And I think I would give it to Charlie Cox as maybe the better Marvel actor because we've seen more. We've seen 3 seasons of Daredevil, and that moment in season 3 with Kingpin. I know everybody remembers that. That's some of the best acting I've ever seen in a Marvel project ever. So I would put him slightly above Oscar Isaac, but give me two more seasons of Moon Knight, and Oscar Isaac has already given one of the best performances in the MCU. But if you're talking RDJ, Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, those are kind of the GOATs. So I wouldn't put him on GOAT status, and I wouldn't put him on Charlie Cox status because of what he did throughout all of his run in Daredevil. And hopefully in the future, because we're going to see a lot more of him as Daredevil. Hey, final call here, guys. We're at 95 likes right now. If you want to drop a like on this video, we had a lot of great viewers, a lot of good viewership here today. Dropping a like would help this channel so much. You don't understand. YouTube loves it. The videos love it. The more likes the videos get, the further they push them down the algorithm. And you guys, the only reason this channel has 130,000 subs, the only reason. So thanks for all of those. Thanks for liking yesterday's reviews. Smaller reviews, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Um, the Hong Kong blockbuster on Netflix, those aren't reviews that are going to get a ton of traction. But since you guys watched them and since you guys dropped the like on them, I mean, they're actually doing better, even better than I thought they would. So thank you for that. And thank you for all of the support on these videos, these live streams. We're coming back next week. Hey, we're not done here. Next Sunday, same time, same place, we're coming back. We're doing another live stream. Save your questions. If you have a question for me, write it down. Save them for next week. Barring any more super chats, we're done today because I have to go get ready for my friends. For my friends that come into town. Thank you guys for joining me. Say your goodbyes. I muted myself. Say your goodbyes. I'll play you out for about 30 seconds. You're wonderful. You're amazing. Good luck to everybody's football teams today. Good luck to everybody doing the things. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram for movie reactions. My first reaction will be Babylon, followed by The Whale and Avatar 2 Tuesday. Be on the lookout. Thank you guys so much. And I guess I'll see you soon. I dig it. I don't hate that. Two gold doubloons. Oh my god. What the devil? What the devil? People are just asking all these questions. It's ridiculous. Lois. Lois.
Peanut.
Lois. Cleveland. I don't even know. Are those even good? What the devil? What the devil? See, I used to do that good. And then I'd try to do Cleveland. Cleveland. That's nice. That sounds like more like Grover or Yoda. My name is Cleveland Brown. Why am I doing this? How do you all not hate me at this point? I mean, genuinely. And listen, I wouldn't blame you. I really wouldn't. Oh, somebody's at the front door. Somebody's at the front door. Who's at the front door? Somebody's at the front door. Who is this man? There's a random man. Should I get on the doorbell and just get out of here? Get up on out of here. In my Stewie voice, should I do that? Oh, look at Ryan with the last second super sticker. You guys can't see it, but it's a little creature and it's blowing kisses and it's a little pear. He's a pear. Hello with your pear. Hey, that cute little pear. I wish you guys could see this. Wait, can you see it in the chat? I think you can see it in the chat, but you can't see it on the screen. Oh, it's so cute. Now I'm hungry. I want to eat the pear. The pear is looking delicious. Get over here, pear. I'm hungry. No, I really am hungry. I'm starving right now. Oh my God. Yeah, G. Kobe P. I think my wife dropped something. Leave it to my sweetheart. Breaking stuff in the kitchen. Excuse me. My name is Cleveland Brown. Back in my hometown with my new family. Went for more chats. His old friends and new friends and even a bear. With good times. Oh, see, the pear is very upset. Very mad. Is that like the sound effect? Like the sound effect. I love that. It's all over TikTok, It's just the best. There's a lot of things I should be doing right now. I'm procrastinating. See, thank you. That's a good thank you. Listen, I appreciate that. I've been working on that Cleveland impression for 5 minutes. I think I nailed it. Good God, I have to go. Thank you guys for sticking. Oh no, I can barely stand the puns. No. No. This is my kind of pun. I love it. Well, you would think other puns would stem from that joke. Cleveland.